Michael O'Regan is a lecturer in tourism and events at Glasgow Caledonian University.
London is already very competitive. It has 20 million visitors per year, but it's an outlier. Other cities across Europe and across the world already have a tourist tax. So anything that, might go and make the tourist and resident experience of London a little bit better, that's good news.
So as you say, there are other cities who do already have a tourist tax. How might one in England, in London, operate?
Well, they haven't decided yet, but if it's like Rome or Barcelona, it could be a fixed fee, per person, per room, per night. Other cities like here in Scotland and Edinburgh, they're bringing in a 5%, tourist levy. So it seems from from government communication, it seems it's going to be a modest tax. So if you look at Manchester, they've brought in a tax already. It's only £1 per room per night. But of course, hopefully it's modest and it won't go as high as Barcelona, which probably will go up to €8 per person per night in 2029.
So how could it help English cities be more competitive? Is it just a question of investing that money back into tourism?
I think that's the big question. There's a lot of issues around accountability and transparency, where exactly this money might go. If you look at London, figures are, pretty spread across as how much they might earn, from 91 million up to 300 million. So they're talking about cleaner streets, they're talking about better transport at night, and cultural festivals. But I think the important thing is that, of course, tourists have to see the benefit, but also local people as well.
There are concerns around it, though, aren't there? Do you think it does actually risk putting people off coming to these English cities because they'll have to pay more to stay there?
For London, it's doubtful. They already have room rates, over, £230 per night. It's a big bucket list destination, city break destination with all the big, attractions, Big Ben to the British Museum and Library. But for other destinations, they may see some modest impact depending on the level of the tourist levy. But I'm probably more worried about domestic demand.
There's been some concerns raised also by the hospitality industry, warning it could be damaging. How credible are these concerns, do you think?
I think they are valid. It's a death by 1,000 cuts. Year on year, second quarter 25, we saw a decline in domestic tourism in England by 18%. And, they live on very tight margins. So this extra cost and bringing in systems to deal with the tourist tax, is going to have some issues and repercussions. Consumer confidence is low. We're having issues with disposable income across the UK. So, they are already cutting back. Our consumers are already cutting back on going out, on travelling, eating out, but also domestic tourism as well. So I would be worried about less domestic tourists going to, especially London.
So what's your verdict? What do you think about this tourist tax? Is it the right move for English cities?
I think it is the right move, but it has to be kept modest initially. There has to be some support for the hospitality sector, hotels and other guest houses, etc., to bring in the systems to collect the tax. And, tourists and residents need to see where this money is going.